Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a complimentary quad, and a complimentary quad featuring the music of Robin Trower. Robin's birthday today, man, being the 9th of March. He's 75 years old, and really looking forward to getting more acquainted with Robin. I had done a quad just a short while back, and I think it was Tammy's quad. Pretty sure it was Tammy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, yeah, so man, this quad features these songs. I Can't Wait Much Longer, followed by Daydream, Little Bit of Sympathy, Little Bit of Sympathy, and Roads to Freedom. So, before I pop this off, I just want to give a shout out and a thanks very much to John Hampton. John, thanks very much, man. Appreciate your recommendations. Appreciate you also sending the links. And John also sent me some note, kind of like a little lead to intro here. Let me read the notes, man. Hey, Soul Train bro. On March 9th, Robin Trower will turn 75 years old, and he's still out there rocking in concert as well as new albums. From the first time I saw the covers for Bridge of Sighs, I was captivated. I had to know what kind of music there was inside. I didn't know that this was not his first album at the time, so after I finished that album and played it about 100 times, I had to backtrack. I was never disappointed with Robin and his band, which has undergone constant changes throughout his life. Here is a link to his Wikipedia, since I know that's how we do it. He's got a smile winky face. And here is my quad. But I can easily list 10 or more. Peace. And then John has a second tail note here saying, if the radio stations had kept on playing real rock like Robin Trower, this might have got some radio play when it came out in 1980. I wore out 2 cassette tapes of this album. The album is a 1980 release called Victims of the Fury, and in my opinion, it's a criminally underrated album. So there's my quad. I know it's not a large sampling of his works, but we'll just have to put up more quads. Thank you, Soul Train bro. Keep up the great work. Peace. John. Thanks, John. All right, man. So looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to what captivated you so much. So let's start with our first track, man, and that being I Can't Wait Much Longer. Robin Trower, I Can't Wait Much Longer.
Thank you very much. We're going to feature Jimmy on this next thing. We're going to feature James Stewart on vocals. This one's called I Can't Wait Much Longer.
What's that guitar trying to say to us, man? You know it's talking.
Round and round in dreams I go.
Great guitar face, doesn't it? Definition of a guitar chord.
Get my coat and I'll catch a train, baby. Make my way down to New Orleans, yeah. Find a seven sister soul to the city. Well, I took a soul, man. And every day gets stronger. Every day goes a road, yeah, yeah, yeah. James Stewart on vocals.
Yeah.
Woo.
Excellent. Losing visual here. There he is. All right, wow. I can't wait much longer. Man. If you're trying to teach somebody about the definition of a guitar god, you sit him down and you show him this. No more questions. Damn, man, that was excellent. I can't wait much longer. He's got a little bit of everybody, you know. He's got some Jimmy, he's got some Hendrix, he's got a little bit of everything going on, but he's also still himself, you know. And wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. So, man, Robin Trower, don't know much about you, sir, but you are definitely one of the greatest. That is all I know. That I don't have to know much of anything else about you. Definitely, I am dubbing you one of the greatest. I know this already. Happy birthday, number 75. So, man, hey, let's see what we can learn in regards to this song, Robin Trower, how he got inspired, how it came about, all of that good stuff, all of those little morsels that I like, you know. Oh, I gotta tell you guys something, man, about my reading. I was hanging out with some of my bros, and one of my very, very loud mouth bros was saying, "Yo, dog, you still doing all of that reading and shit?" And I said, "Yeah, man, I'm still doing the reading thing. I gotta do the reading thing. You gotta understand this. This is how we talk to each other." I said, "Look, I read because it accommodates and it complements and completes the whole learning cycle for me." Of course, I had to expound upon the learning cycle, what I meant by that. Well, you have the concept of a great rock and roll star like Robin Trower. I need to know what he's all about. Watching him, listening to him is only part of it. And now I want to get behind the music. I want to get into the man's mind. I want to, if he's artist of the month or whatever it is, in this case it's a quad, I want to hopefully take a walk into his life, into his mind, his feelings, that sort of thing, and just follow along with if I can. That's why I really dig the Artist of the Month platform, because from album to album you can follow the artist. You can get a feel for the times, what they were doing, how they were feeling, how they felt about certain things. Neil Young is a great example of that. All of that stuff that he lived through, the song Ohio and all of these things, it teaches you things. And then coupled with that, I get a lot of my subscribers and my patrons also adding some really, really great finishing touches to my learning. So this reading process is part of my whole learning circle. Now, okay, I didn't grow up listening to classic rock. It's not imbued in my bones and in my fabric like it is for a lot of you. But I think that with my process, that whole circle of learning brings me as close to the real as I can. You know what I'm saying? And what it does for me is this. I do reactions. Let's say it's an Artist of the Month where I'm following the artist chronologically. I have grown with that artist, and now I am a bona fide fan thereof. I'm no longer just somebody on the outside looking in. I've embraced that person as somebody that I am a fan of. And so it's easy for me now to be able to say, I'm going to go and I'm going to check this person out live, because I know what I'm going to experience. I know why I'm going, all of these things. So that whole circle is complete. You know what I'm saying? So that, and I had to explain, and that is why I read, man, because the reading starts things and it complements and completes things. So, Dre, you got my answer, dog. That's why I read. All right. So, man, let us do a little background here. I can't wait much longer. Okay. Yeah, so it's just a little kind of super short paragraph outlining album info, not much song info at all. And then there's All Music Review by Peter Kurtz. So let's check that out, man. I Can't Wait Much Longer. I Can't Wait Much Longer appears on the album Twice Removed from Yesterday. Twice Removed from Yesterday is guitarist and songwriter Robin Trower's first solo album. It was released in March of '73. Cover art is by Funky Paul Olsen. The album was re-released on CD in 1990 by Capitol. And let's go to the All Music Review here. So Peter Kurtz says, Robin Trower's debut solo album was the first evidence that the Fender Stratocaster sound of Jimi Hendrix could be effectively replicated and even refabricated. And like Hendrix, Trower had paid his dues as a more or less backup musician. His former band, Procol Harum, having emphasized stately organ and piano rather than guitar. After leaving his old group, Trower experimented with different musicians and ideas for several years, which paid off when he finally released Twice Removed from Yesterday, a record that displayed the characteristics that would make him a guitar hero and stadium attraction of the mid-70s. He de-emphasized the Hendrix fuzz, feedback, and distortion, and let the reverb from his Strat become his dominant tonal device. He wasn't as flamboyant as Hendrix, or as earthy as Clapton, or as unpredictable as Beck, but he played cleanly, emphasizing singular, effective notes, and he brought a melodicism and creativity to the electric blues. His style is best suited for the slow, somber blues of songs like Daydream and I Can't Wait Much Longer, where his solos are both carefully structured and melodic. This debut showed Trower to be an effective interpreter of the Hendrix sound, and not just what numerous others who came in his wake would prove to be mere imitators. Alright, man, so that is album info of Twice Removed from Yesterday. And in this Peter Kurtz All Music Review, I Can't Wait Much Longer is mentioned, as well as Daydream, our second track. So let's get on that, man. Daydream, and it's nice and long too. It's like 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes. All right, man. Daydream, Robin Trower. Let's get it.
We're going to slow down a bit here.
Same concert.
Do one of our favorite songs off the first album. We'd like to dedicate this one to the man. This one's called Daydream.
so in tune with that damn thing. Probably sleeps with it. That was excellent. Wow. Could you imagine being there in the crowd, front row, seeing every twitch of his face, antics, motions, everything? What an experience, man. What a trip. So who, in your opinion, gives the best guitar face? It's gotta be between Robin and Gary Mohr. Who gives the best guitar face? Or if you know some other great guitarist that gives great guitar face, let me know. But so far, from what I've seen, it's a toss-up between Gary and Robin where it comes to great guitar face, man. Fantastic. All right. Wow, man. That was fantastic. Holy. Daydream. Nice and long, too. Obviously, the studio cut's probably not that long, but, you know, damn. Don't really need to go to the studio cut. This was perfect. So, let's get a little background now. See what we can learn. Okay. Daydream also appears on Twice Removed from Yesterday. So it's the same album info that I read previously in the review, of course. And of course, too, in the review, Peter Kurtz mentions both I Can't Wait Much Longer and Daydream. So yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole reading episode again, just to say, hey, that was a fantastic performance. And you only need that one performance to get a good impression of the man, good impression of the band, good impression of what he's all about, you know. Thankfully, there's a lot more, but yeah, man, where it comes to your first time listen, your first time viewing of Robin Trower, this is definitely one of those performances that I would probably introduce someone to. Hard to say if it would be Daydream first or if it would be I Can't Wait Much Longer. Oh, they go hand in hand. I think this came right after the first video, all the same. So, but fantastic, man. Both of these two songs would be a great intro to somebody who is looking into Robin Trower. Fantastic performance, man. All right, so So let's skip the reading part and let's just jump right to our third track, man. That being a little bit of sympathy. All right, man. So, Robin Trower, little bit of sympathy. Let's get it.
Strong and the man is weak, and the world walks in between. So rise above on the wings of love, see and let yourself be seen. See and let yourself be seen. So fill your cup and drink it on up, for tomorrow never comes. If you wield the rod, answer to your God, but me, I'll be up and gone. I'll be up and gone, gone. I'll be up and gone.
Power jam.
If the sea was glass and the land all gone, would you still be a friend to me? When my time has passed, is it too much to ask for a little bit of sympathy? Just a little bit of sympathy, Lord. A little bit of sympathy. A little bit of sympathy, Lord. Oh, yeah. Sympathy, little bit of sympathy, a little bit of sympathy, a little bit of sympathy, a little bit of sympathy.
That bass groove is killer. Of course, the guitars too. Man, that was excellent. Bass groove is just slaying me. Forgot the singer's name. Great, fantastic singing voice. You can't ask for a better singing, rock and roll singing voice than that. Also, well fitted for the blues as well. perfect voice, man. Perfect rock blues voice if I've ever heard one. And the rhythm section overall is tight. The guitaring, of course, man, is top notch. You've got yourself a combination there that will create a masterful jam like this. Excellent tune, man. 5 out of 5 for sure. Let's see. Little bit of sympathy. Okay. Yeah, so there's a little more information here. Mind you, it's album info rather than direct song info, but there's a decent amount of album info, including also all music review. So let's check that out, man. Get a little background, and I know it being Bridge of Sighs being considered his best works, so obviously there's a lot of information about it. So let's check it out. So Little Bit of Sympathy appears on the album Bridge of Sighs. Bridge of Sighs is the second solo album by English guitarist and songwriter Robin Trower. Released in '74, it's his second album after leaving Procol Harum and was a commercial breakthrough for Trower. Songs such as Bridge of Sighs, To Rolling Stone, Little Bit of Sympathy, and Day of the Eagle became live concert staples. The album was produced by organist Matthew Fisher, formerly Trower's bandmate in Procol Harum. Acclaimed Beatles engineer Jeff Emerick was the album's sound engineer. In an interview with Guitar World, Trower explained how the album got its title. Robin said that he had had the first line of the songs for years, and one day saw some sports pages which listed a racehorse called Bridge of Sighs, which he thought would be a great title. Bridge of Sighs reached number 7 in the US during a chart stay of 31 weeks. It was certified gold on 10th of September in '74. Early printings of the original album cover had the front image upside down and were more greenish in color. Okay, good little detailed background there. Okay, let's go to the AllMusic review here. Hal Horowitz from AllMusic. Guitarist Robin Trower's Watershed sophomore solo disc remains his most stunning, representative, and consistent collection of tunes. Mixing obvious Hendrix influences with blues and psychedelia, then adding the immensely soulful vocals of James Dewar, Trower pushed the often limited boundaries of the power trio concept into refreshing new waters. One of the few Robin Trower albums without a weak cut, Bridge of Sighs holds up to repeated listenings as a timeless work, as well as the crown jewel in Trower's extensive catalog. Okay, so that's Wikipedia Song Fact Info, man, and this AllMusic review. Good review, Hal Horowitz. Alright, so that is a little bit of sympathy. I don't know why I keep wanting to say symphony. Sympathy. And so let's go to our final track, man. That being Road to Freedom. Digging the hell out of this quad so far, John. You're the shit, brother. Alright, man. So, Roads to Freedom, Robin Trower. Let's get it. Very relatable subject matter. Disillusionments of life. All right. Hey, man. Fantastic song. Fantastic quad.